Hey guys, Swagger Life here. Welcome back to a brand new video and a brand new strategy. Today we're gonna be switching to Air and the Dragon Riders plus the Super Inferno Dragons or whatever they're called. And this strategy is absolutely insane and crazy. And this is the strategy that Star is using and is absolutely, crushing every base. Now, bear with me. I just recently changed to the strategy, so I'm not the best with the strategy, but I will try and explain everything as much as I can in detail and the more I use the strategy, the more I'm gonna get better with it and the more I can explain for you guys. So now the idea is we're using the Dragon Duke. My Dragon Duke isn't maxed out, he's at level 21, but I'm using a Hero Potion. If you have those for your Legend days, you should probably use it if you haven't maxed out the Dragon Duke. But so the idea is with the strategy, when you can get a Flame Flinger value, you should always go for that because the Flame Flinger is, plays a huge role in the strategy if you can. And then the second rule is when you're using the Dragon Duke, you want to try and use it somewhere where he's alone on one side, because when he's alone, when there's no air troops or heroes nearby him, he has this effect where he can basically like get double damage or whatever it is. And then you want to use your Dragon Riders plus everything else, the Warden and the Minion Prince on one side, and then you can use the Queen to basically funnel and try and for example, at this base we did trigger the Invis Tower, but with the Queen you can try and snipe air defenses as well, and you can also create pathing with her, and then you use the Overgrowth wherever you feel like there's, for example, you can use it on a Rage Tower, just like the Golem strategy, and then you want to try and use your Warden ability as early as possible. Whenever you see that your troops are in damage, you can use it so that you can protect everything. And then you want to use that Minion Prince ability so that you can get everything freezed up, and then you have those totem spells to protect and defend everything. And yeah, you're just gonna have me take a look, bro. This is the first attack and we absolutely crushed it. I mean, all the heroes alive. This is incredible. So now, not every attack is gonna be this beautiful. Honestly, like, I think 7 of my attacks are this beautiful except one of them, but as I said in the beginning, I'm still getting used to this strategy and I will try and explain as much as I can. But the problem is, when we got those new seasonal defenses or crafted defenses, the lava launchers just ruined every ground strategy, man. Like, you can't, it's impossible to play the, it's not impossible, but it's really hard to play the golem strategy because of the lava launcher. And also, guys, the benefit of using air is that everybody, like 90% of the players, or 99 or maybe even 100, are always using the lava launcher because it's the best seasonal defense. So when you go use an air strategy, that lava launcher is pretty much useless. So this is why I also change and also starts using it. So I'll be watching his videos as well every time so I can learn more, and I'll keep on practicing with it, and then I'll share it with you guys so that you can learn as well and demolish bases left and right. Now for this base example, you saw that flame flinger at that bottom side. Now, the thing is though, I'm still learning, so a lot of times, see, I'm using the Dragon Duke on one side, and you can actually invest 2 totem spells just for your Dragon Duke, because, he does a lot of damage. Like, when he's on his own, when there are no air or heroes, like air troops or air heroes nearby him, he can do so much damage because of that effect. Now I'm not using I'm using the stunning ability. I'm not sure what it's called, and like the heart ability. It gives him more HP whenever he uses ability. The backpack I feel like is just useless. I have upgraded my backpack, but I mean, if the Star is not using it, so I'm just gonna copy Stars, bro, because he's the GOAT, so he's really good. And I mean, don't get me wrong, you can also, watch Stars if you want to get more tips and tricks for, with the strategy. But the problem is Stars, he only has musics in his video. He doesn't really do voiceovers. So the good thing is, guys, you have me. So whenever I get as good as with Stars with his army, hopefully Monday, maybe we can get as good as him. I'll obviously I'm doing voiceovers and I'll do my best to try and explain everything, every possible detail with this army. But the idea is, see, we've triggered. Now we can use one Overgrowth for that other Revenge Tower. I mean, not the Revenge Tower, the, what's it called, the Rage Tower. And the thing is, we have 2 freezers, so we can use it wherever we want when we feel like there's a lot of damage. And that Minion Prince ability was a beautiful ability. Now, with this strategy, funneling is really, really important. Now, for me, honestly, to be honest, I'm struggling quite a bit with funneling because I'm still learning the strategy because I just changed to it. But you wanna try and funnel as much as you can, and also try and have that Dragon Duke on one side only, no air or hero troops around him, because that's where he gets that much value with like that rage effect or whatever it is. And also that what's it called, that revive spell, you always want to try and use it for the Dragon Duke because he's really important, and that's why you always want to try and keep him alone on one side. If you can do that, you're gonna demolish every base. And take a look, 3 heroes alive, bro. I'm more than happy. And also I swag the Totem spell, which is incredible. Now take a look at this base. So the beautiful thing is with the Warden ability, I am using both of the books. So the life, I think it's called the Life Gem, and no, it's actually not the Life Gem. It's the Eternal Summon ability and the other book. I'm not sure what it's called, bro. But then, so against this base, I can't really get a Flame Flinger value, so I'm just gonna use the Siege Bergs on one side. And also, I'm gonna try and use the Queen to snipe some air defenses. And we're gonna have the Dragon Duke on one side and my Dragon Riders with the Inferno Dragons and the Minion Prince and the Warden on together for the core. So with these 4 Inferno Dragons, they are really important because they do a lot of damage. Their beam basically stacks up and it does a lot of damage. It's like a single target Inferno, but you gotta try and protect them, and that's why we have Totem spells. Now, with the you might be wondering, what are we gonna use that skeleton spell for? Well, that skeleton spell is mainly used for the monolith, because if you can distract that monolith with those skeleton spells, you're gonna get some beautiful value. And also, you want to try and use that Warden ability, as I mentioned in the beginning, as early as possible, and when you feel like there's a lot of damage, and that Minion Prince ability was beautiful. Now, as soon as the other rage compartment gets triggered, we're going to use the Overgrowth, and we want to use our poison spells, for example, on Headhunters, because a lot of people are using Mad Headhunters and Mass Headhunters, and they can actually take down your Warden or your Minion Prince, so you want to sometimes, use that poison spell for those Mass Headhunters if there are any, and if there are not, Mass Headhunters, if there are, for example, furnaces, which is also pretty common, you want to use that poison spell for that furnace. But take a look, see, we have the Dragon Duke on one side, and he's crushing it. He does so much damage when he's on his own, but to be honest, when he's with air, like if he was beside my Warden right now, he would have been useless, because he's like the worst troop when he's combined with like other air troops or heroes. Basically gonna swag a revive spell. Now, if you watch Stars, he basically swags so many spells, and yeah, I mean, he swags a lot of spells, a lot of totem spells and revive spells, because obviously, he's a pro and he knows how to execute this army properly. But as I said for the third time, I'm not gonna say it again, I'm still getting used to it, but hopefully we're gonna get better by practicing, and we're gonna obliterate every base. Now take a look. So in the beginning, you want to try and highlight those expos, see if you can get some damage, and for this base, we actually can get some flame flinger value, or can we? I'm not really sure. I feel like I'm just gonna stick with the siege barracks. It's just better to be safe. Like, I don't want to invest. You can actually invest a totem spell to try and take down, an expo, but then it really has to be worth it. And take a look. I'm using the Dragon Duke for the right side only, because he's gonna do some, beautiful damage, and he has like 10k HP, bro. I think he's the highest hit like HP hero in the game. Like hit points, he has like, I don't know, like 10k, maybe even more. And when he's on his own, he can do a lot of damage. But the problem is, a lot of times he won't, he likes to go for defending heroes, and that's a no-no. That's not good. So that's why. And that's the thing, and that's the thing though. Like, the more we use the strategy, the more we're gonna get better with it. Now I'm trying to funnel both left and right side, and take a look, I'm using it now. My Dragon Riders, everything with those Inferno Dragons, and then we can use the, what's it called, that Lava Hunt. And we're gonna use the Warden ability right now. That was a beautiful Warden ability, and then I'm also gonna try an Overgrowth. There we go. Now there's only one Rage Tower, so we could have Overgrowth in the beginning, but take a look, that Dragon Duke being in the mix with those Dragon Riders, well, I mean, he's pretty much useless, but I guess we can have him as tanking. And we still got 2 drone spells left, plus every hero alive at this point, and we've got a revive spell left, so this is gonna look amazing. Bro, take a look, I'm so stupid, I swear to God. I thought that was my dragon. Did you see that, bro? That was so stupid by me. Basically, I swagged an Overgrowth, or what's it called? A revive spell. I thought my Dragon Duke had gone down, and I thought it was basically the Dragon Duke that was laying down, where that like that jelly beam or whatever it is, because I'm using the jelly beam or angry jelly for my Dragon Duke, and you saw that, bro. I just wasted a revive spell. Bro, I didn't even pay attention. But I mean, we're gonna swag it and we're still gonna obliterate this base, which is the beautiful, beauty of the strategy. The reason why I changed is I also explained it, and I can say it again, is that the lava launcher basically ruined every ground strategy, man. Like, it's like an eagle artillery, bro. It covers like 90% of the base, so you can't really like do a huge wall, warden wall can get a beautiful. You actually can, but it's really hard. It's like, it's like the what's it called? The long shot in the beginning, and in the release, at the beginning of long shot release. Like, we were having a lot of trouble with the warden, fireball rocket loon strategy. And again, the lava launcher, ruined everything, man. So, and also take a look. We can get a huge flame flicker value at that bottom side. And also, you want to try and always use those. Like, I have 5 archers and a barbarian, so you can always use those to, seek for skeleton traps before you put in your flame flinger. And we have 4 rocket loons, so if there are any mortars nearby, you can take down those mortars so that you can, put down a flame flinger or set up a flame flinger. That's also really important. And the lava hound is basically used for you can actually use it to trigger bombs, because bombs and air defenses are really the annoying thing for the air combination or air strategies. And you want to try and use that lava hound, where I feel like everything starts with a lava nowadays. You want to try and use that lava hound for because he always targets air defenses, and you want to try and what's it called? Um, my God, I forgot the word. With the lava hound, you want to try and you know, um, oh my God, bro, I can't speak English. I forgot the word. Um, you want to try and activate bombs. That's what I'm trying to say. You want to try and activate bombs and basically try and keep those dragon riders alive as much as possible by triggering traps. That's the right word, bro. Triggering like seeking air traps or seeking air bombs or whatever it is. Those red balloons, red bombs, and that's what you want to do with it. But a lot of times, sometimes you might even take down all the defenses, air defenses in the base before you even put in your lava hound. But yeah, it's just we gotta keep on practicing with this strategy, and then we're gonna obliterate every base and take a look, bro. We're just crushing every base left and right. So in the beginning, I wasn't, getting a lot of 3 stars with this. That's why I haven't been uploading as well. So apologies for that, guys. But in the beginning, I wasn't actually, getting a lot of 3 stars. But I knew something was wrong, because if you take a look at stars, bro, he's getting huge overkills. He's always he always has 4 heroes alive, and he's always swagging like more than 4 spells, like totem spells and a revive spell. So if he's getting those huge overkills, then it's not the strategy, bro. It's always the player, and I feel like it's always the player when it comes to pros using strategies. But you get what I mean, and I mean, funneling is really important. If you can funnel and you can set up a good flame flinger, take a look. So this is what I'm also talking about. The good thing is, like, whenever I'm mention something which is important, I'm always able to show it with proof. And with this strategy, with this attack, we're gonna do it. So if I take down those 2 mortars at that bottom side with those rockets loons, we can set up a beautiful flame flinger, and we can take down that multi-archer tower and that multi-gear tower, which is honestly deadly for any troop possible, for any strategy. So that's beautiful. If you can get a flame flinger in, that is a huge value. And also, I want to tell you something, guys. What I did, I feel like this is also a mistake, but take a look. That was beautiful. I used sniped 2 air defenses with the giant arrow. So what I did was, what I started out with the strategy, I feel like I'm still doing in these clips. But see, I used an early warden ability as well. God, I'm always, when I'm trying to explain something, I always feel like I come up with a lot of other stuff. But what I'm trying to say is that try and hold on to those cleanup troops. For example, like those archers and that barbarian and that what's it called, that baby dragon, because you want to have it for the end. The thing is, those dragon riders, they only target defenses, so you might run into time issues because if you don't clean up behind you, yeah, you might, you know, risk a time fail. So that's why you always want to try and hold on to like maybe 3 archers and that baby dragon, which is important to see, so they can funnel. Otherwise, you might time fail. But with air, it's like it's so rare to time fail with air because you know, air troops are really, you know, really fast and powerful. So you know, it's really rare to time fail, you know, to time fail with those air strategies. But it's something to keep in mind in case it happens. I actually did time fail once, but I decided to not put it in the clips. Put it in the clips, but um, yeah, I mean, take a look. This is also looking incredible. And let me tell you something, guys. So look, it actually was pretty hard to, you know, to change to a new strategy, but change is hard, bro. Change is hard for everybody. It doesn't matter if you know if it's a game you're playing like we're doing right now, Clash of Clans, or whatever it is in real life. In real life, you know, real life situations, change is really hard. But if you don't make that step towards that change, things are not gonna get better. And a lot of times you have to change, bro. If you don't change, well, you're gonna be stuck in the old mirrors, and it's not gonna you know look too good for you. So change is really important. It is hard, don't get me wrong, but you gotta do it, man. You gotta do it, and you're gonna keep on going forward. Now against this base, I did snipe C. I sniped 2 air defenses, which is a huge value. I'm gonna take down that wizard tower so that I can have my dragon duke for this basically town hall compartment. And also see, I should have used that skeleton spell. I'm also not really good with using the skeleton traps for the monolith at this point. But if I used that skeleton spell for that monolith really early before my dragon duke approached that monolith, he would have been or the monolith would have been distracted. But the good thing is, see, like my dragon duke and I feel like the giant, they were able to trigger those rage towers, so they are pretty useless. And now we're gonna try and go in from this bottom side and also try and see, I'm funneling the other bottom side with those siege breaks, so now I have everything going basically towards this core, which is beautiful. Funneling is really important in this strategy when using this strategy. See that siege break and on that bottom side, and I basically funneled this top left side and top right side, which is amazing. So now everything is just gonna go into the core because there's nothing left. And I can use the overgrowth for that top, for the other, you know, other rage compartment, upper A rage compartment, and I still got a lot of totem spell left, so we're gonna crush this base, bro. And revive spell, so I'm gonna revive my. Well, I don't really have to do it now. I'm just gonna wait for that overgrowth to wear off, and I can revive my. What's it called? My dragon dude. You know, it's gonna take some time to get used to all of these names, because before we were only using the golden strategy, but. Yeah, man, let's hope for the best. And yeah, that was a beautiful 3-star as well. Not the cleanest, but I mean, I'll take it, bro. A 3-star is more than enough, and I'm more than happy, bro, because I just switched to this army. So, and it doesn't matter what army you're using, as long as you get a 3-star with a burger. I've always said it. You should be more than happy, bro. Now take a look at this base. And the good thing is, like, it doesn't matter how centralized or how, like, where the wall compartments are. You know, we're using the air strategy, so it doesn't matter. They can just fly over. Now I'm gonna, you know, take a look. I'm gonna set up a beautiful flame flinger right here. So if I can take down 3 defenses, that's more than enough. But for this, so take a look. You gotta play really small with the flame flinger. I'm gonna put in one barbarian just to see for skeleton traps. The thing is, my flame flinger is going to be able to take down this wizard tower, this super wizard tower, before the mortar activates and locks onto my flame flinger. But as soon as that wizard tower gets taken care of, super wizard tower, I'm going to use 2 rocket loons to take down that mortar, and we can, you know, keep on going with the flame flinger. Also, that was pretty stupid because I should have, you know, that wizard tower was really close to those defenses, so I should not have used 2 rocket loons on that. That was pretty stupid by me. I'm funneling the other side, so it's basically parallel. And take a look, those 2 rocket loons were beautiful to take down that mortar, and also I triggered that rage tower. Now that was also beautiful. See, as soon as also this is a new trick. As soon as a rage compartment gets triggered, you can use that that dragon duke ability. And I'm trying to funnel so that I have my Dragon Riders going into the core. And you always, as I said in the beginning, you always want to try and have the Dragon Duke on his own. And yeah, I'm gonna try and use the Queen for this bottom side. And I'm gonna put everything else in, and we can, you know, use the Warden ability whenever we feel like. Now there's a Furnace. I did use a Poison spell. I can use the Skeleton spell for that Revenge Star in the end for the back end. And also I feel like I used my Warden ability was too early, so you always want to, you know, like it's hard. You want to try and time it. And actually, I didn't know that Monolith was still up, so I would have used my skeleton spell trap, or it's just a skeleton spell. Why am I saying trap? So I was gonna use it for that Monolith, but I actually didn't know it was still up. Now my Warden is gonna go down, which is like unfortunate. But take a look, that Dragon Duke is gonna do beautiful. You know, he's just take a look, bro. He's so good on his own, and that was also beautiful. That minion press ability. So this is not really that clean, but bro, we're still starting out, and the more we use it, the you know, the better we're gonna get with it. And I promise you guys, um, I'll try and upload and give you new tips and tricks for every time I upload a video with this strategy. But I have changed, and it's up to you if you wanna, you know, keep on using the golems or if you wanna change to this strategy. But that was it, guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.